Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your Taurus Full Moon reading. Okay? But here's the little tidbit about this. Back on the 8th of October, I intended to do a new moon reading for you guys, but I got really busy and I wasn't able to. But I kind of got inspired with different messages for each sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read those messages for each sign. So for you, Gemini, I'm going to read yours. And the message consists of a seed of intention that was set during the new moon that will manifest for the full moon, which is tomorrow. And you guys can let me know in the comments below if you guys inadvertently connected with these energies or kind of, resonate with the messages that I didn't give to you. Then after that, we're going to do a general spread, and I'm going to pull some oracles for you guys. And this is going to kind of count as like, your full moon and Taurus reading / end of October reading and anything you guys need to know going into November. So what I have for Gemini is the intention seed that was to be planted on the new moon is the seed of awareness. And it says, close your eyes and listen. Take note of your dreams and visions. Signs, symbols, songs, synchronistic events, and repeating numbers. Let your intuition be the guide of your choice. Synchronicity is a sign from spirit that you're on the right path. And your mantra is, I inspire. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm going to pull a general spread for Geminis to give you guys some insight for the end of October in the full moon in Taurus and going into November. So Spirit, please give us clear and direct guidance from a Gemini. Please. All right. Anything that they need to know, because this energy in Taurus is pretty much relinquishing anything that's been holding you back and allowing yourself to expand into the fullness of who you are. So it's a major ascension energy, which is why I'm going to pull a card, hopefully a card, because more than one keeps falling out, from the surrender deck. So releasing any, extra baggage that's no longer serving you from your highest good or goal. So Spirit, please give us clear and direct guidance for my Geminis. Please, Spirit, anything that they need to know, any insight that they need ending October and going into the month of November. Please, Spirit. Any manifestations they need to know about in the wake of the Taurus full moon on tomorrow. I thank you in advance, Spirit. That should go here. No. Okay. Fine. It's your world. I just live in it. Okay, so the central energy for Gemini is the Queen of Swords. Something I can tell you for sure, Gemini. You've been through some things. But the beautiful thing about everything that you've been through up until this point is, why is it making me think about that whole, it's like, I think it was like a meme or something like that, but it's like in China they were talking about, well, not in China, but it's like a story about China that says like about China in China. And it's like if you drop like a cup and it breaks into pieces, it's like soldered back together with gold. And those broken pieces are like cherished more than non-broken ones. And that's more or less the energy that I'm getting that Gemini is resting in right now. It's just, I sense that what is behind you is almost like an energetic whirlwind. You know what I mean? Like you've overcome a lot of things to the point where I think it even amazes you, like, how the heck am I still doing this on some stuff? But the beautiful thing about it is almost like each chip or each crack has made you stronger and more beautiful and more cherished. You know what I mean? So of course we're looking at this as like a transformation. So every pain, hardship, struggle that you've been through it has shaped you and molded you into the beautiful person that sits before us today. And it has also given you a great deal of wisdom. So it's being in a place of balance and knowing what's serving me and what's not serving me. And I say a sense of balance in the fact that you aren't hyper vigilant where it's like you're not trusting people, and it's like if someone tries to get close to you, you're not like, get away from me, I don't trust you. And I think we kind of had some energy like that with you guys in the past. So you guys being here now is a super, super, super dope place to be. And the fact that it's almost like you're permeable. You know what I mean? It's like the things that are in alignment with you, you let in. The things that are not in alignment with you, you keep out. You know what I mean? And that's the ideal place to be, because that's how you stay in the position of flow and allow spirit to flow through you. Another thing that I'm seeing is that there may be an older air sign woman that plays a pivotal role for Geminis presently and going forward into November. And then I'm seeing, I don't even know what this is. You may know what this is. But, because I don't know much about goddesses. But whatever goddess or, like, I don't know if it's like an angel. It's somebody that's like a deity that is in alignment with butterflies. Or, I don't know if there's a patron saint of butterflies. I don't know. So a saint or someone who's like a really holy person or like demigod or something in butterflies. I feel like you might know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you might want to research it, because that may be like an energy that's working with you unknowingly right now. And inspiring kind of like this position that you're sitting in. The challenge is the 8 of Pentacles. So the challenge that you guys are facing, and I'm sorry to laugh, is just kind of like you're at, it's like you're at the finish line. So it's like the tape is here and you're like right here and you're like legit like energy sucked out. It's like, oh, just let me make it. You know what I mean? But I really feel for you guys not to give up. And I feel like that's the reason why Spirit is saying for you guys to tap into your awareness and what's going on around you, because you know, when you're at the finish line and you feel like I'm not going to make it, like I don't have any more energy left, it's like that awareness and the presence in the present moment, the presence in the present moment, I guess, but awareness in the present moment will allow you to look up and to see something, like whether it's a number or a butterfly or what have you, but that sign or that symbol of spirit saying like, I got you, just push, like you got this. And it's like you getting this burst of energy out of nowhere and like sprinting through the finish line is kind of how I'm like seeing it. So the thing is don't weary in well doing. You know what I mean? Because I feel like in a sense, even though you guys are feeling very powerful and balanced and you do see this progress and you even sense it, I feel like in a sense, like you don't, what is that people say? You don't want to quit before the miracle. It's like you've been putting in a lot of effort, but you haven't necessarily seen the full-on manifestation of the results that you desire. Like you see what you're doing, you see that you're making progress, but you haven't gotten like that big jackpot yet. But with this this full moon energy, it is about expansion. So I do see like things more or less manifest. So something being birthed. So it's like, that's why I sense not to weary in well doing, because you don't want to quit before the miracle. I hate to use so many colloquialisms, but they seem eerily appropriate right now. But it's like, don't quit before the miracle, because you're a lot closer than you think. You know what I mean? So don't weary in well doing. I've said that like 17 times. But anyway, past influence is the Emperor. Don't read these cards in reverse, but I always note when they do come out reverse. So I do feel like, in a sense, in the past, it's like, I don't want to say it like that. It's almost like slave driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like all these slave references. I mean, this is terrible. Like working harder than a Hebrew slave, you know, under the crack of the master's whip. Like, these are all the things that I'm hearing. So I'm taking this in the sense of meaning that this is like your boss or some type of authority figure. If you're younger, I mean, you live with your parents or something, this could be like a father figure, or it could be, a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. But whoever this person is, it's like a lot of this pain and suffering that you went through past tense was at the hand of this person. You know what I mean? But this is an energy that's kind of passing away. So whether they're in your life or not, I don't really feel like they're having much influence. But I would say blow them a kiss and thank them, because had it not been for their jerkiness, you would not be the amazing being that sits before us now. You know what I'm saying? But for others of you, I see this as you guys kind of stepping into your power. It's like it's aligning with this divine masculine energy, and that's what cultivated the balance. Because I kind of feel like past tense, you got, and this is whether you're male or female, you guys may have operated a great deal out of the feminine energy, right? And you bringing in this emperor energy brought this balance that got you right where it is that you need to be. So you're like in that sweet spot, you know what I mean? So your below energy is the 9 of Swords. So this is about this 8 of Pentacles. It's just this anxiousness and this worry. But it's like, I really want to assure you right now that, like, and this has been kind of like the vibe I've been getting with the last 2 readings that I did. It's like, dude, where you were, like what you've been through, where you've been, what you've experienced, like this is not that. You are no longer in the same vibration of where you've come from. So it's understandable to have that fear, because I feel like this is a situation that you've been through consistently throughout your life, where it's always been you putting in, or submitting to people who are like tyrannical, you know what I'm saying, and still keeping a smile on your face and still pushing through to no avail, because it's never seeing the fruits from your labor. And I feel like this 9 of Swords in your like undergirding energy is kind of like this subconscious fear that's being brought to the surface so that it can be purged and you can relinquish this. You know what I mean? Because it's just the fear that this is going to turn out like everything has turned out before. But I just really want to assure you, Gemini person, that this is not the same thing. Like legit, I don't know how, I don't know why. Pretty sure it has something to do with the calendar in the sky. But things like the wheel is really turning for a lot of people. And the energy that I feel with all the readings I've done up to this point is just like a very light, very airy, fairy kind of energy. So it's like I don't feel any gobbledygook or anything like that. It's just like a clear path to really, follow through. And the above energy that we have is the Page of Cups. Interesting. So for some of you guys, you're thinking too small, right? So whether this is in a love situation or it's in, it could be love, because this is general. So this could be love, this could be career. It's more or less you guys are sitting in a spirit of expectation, right? So it's imagining, and this came up for, who was that, Taurus? Yeah, it came up for Taurus too. It's like, dream bigger. You know what I mean? Because it's like, and I said it for Taurus, like the highest vision that Taurus had of themselves was being like the Queen of Pentacles. But Spirit had something else in mind, which was the Empress. And they thought that that was like the highest heights, but Spirit had something so much better. And I feel for you guys, whatever it is that you're desiring or what you're trying to call into your life, or whatever it is that you're working towards or have been working towards, aim higher. You know what I mean? Aim for the King of Cups. You know what I'm saying? Don't just settle for the Page. And I feel like that's kind of rooted in this fear, in the fact that you're thinking, if I don't, it's like, okay, if I, visualize the Page of Cups, if I don't get it, I won't be as disappointed, as opposed to if I was hoping for the King, because I feel like that's too out of reach for me. And the thing that I want to let you know is that that's not out of reach for you. That's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not impossible. It's not out of reach. It's not, like unthinkable. or unfathomable or unattainable. It's like whatever it is that you want to call into your life, you can, if you're willing to be in alignment with it. But like I say, I see that you guys have been and are putting in the energy to be willing to manifest something like that. So it's almost like you have the tools, you have the wherewithal, you have the desire and the ability. So it's like you have everything that you need to manifest it, but it's like you're still thinking small, but that's intrinsically related to this fear of disappointment. You know what I'm saying? So don't aim small. Like reach for I don't want to say the stars. I've been using so many lame, like, colloquialisms today, you guys. I really have. I'm trying not to use the other one. But reach for the stars, Gemini. What does that say? You reach for the moon, and if you don't, you fall amongst the stars. I don't know. I'm going to stop this because this is just terrible. Your outcome energy. Wow. This is so funny. The star. Reach for the stars, Gemini. Dang it. I love when that happens. That is so funny. Yeah, reach for the stars, Gemini. It's possible. Everything is working in alignment with you, dude. It's just a need to believe, you know? So if you had the choice to, manifest, how much do people win when they do like the pick 3 with the lottery? Because that's like the hot talk right now, the lottery. It's like, would you want to win $1,000? Like, do you want to manifest the $1,000 from like the pick 3? Or do you want like the mega millions? Do you want that $1 billion? You know what I'm saying? Go for the $1 billion. So the thing that I'm saying is, man, is you guys ascending to an even higher level to where, and it's kind of like similar to how it was with Taurus too. So I don't know if this is like a cuspy person, like a Taurus Gemini cusp, or maybe you're like me where I'm a Taurus sun and moon and Gemini rising. But it's more or less like ascending to a higher state of being. You know what I mean? Like kind of how Taurus was thinking Queen of Pentacles, and Spirit's like, nah, the Empress. And like for you guys, it's like Queen of Swords, and it's like, nah, we talking about naked girl and the star, like unashamed. You know what I mean? So I more or less see this as similar to how Taurus was with them not wanting to admit their truth to themselves. It's like, take a risk and believe big. Don't even consider what if this doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Because the tricky thing of how this whole manifestation thing goes is, I mean, you're holding on to doubt. You can very well manifest the thing that you fear the most. So it's like, there's nothing to lose here. You know what I mean? It's like, take a chance and believe that the impossible is possible. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to pull a surrender card for you guys. So Spirit, please give us a card for my Geminis of what it is that they need to release. Anything that's holding them back from reaching for the stars and things. Having your hope renewed. Oh man, here we go again with all the cards falling out. Spirit. How many minutes? Oh geez, we're at 18 minutes. I'm going to go quickly. So the first card that we have is Surrender to Miracles. Yes. Believe that it's possible, Gemini. Believe that miracles still happen, dagnabbit. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. What I said. Make me spank you. Ooh, surrender, stubbornness. Yeah, they got a Gemini Taurus cusp up in here. I smell you. You smell nice. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. That's based in fear, man. Not wanting to move because it's what if this doesn't happen? So I'm just going to stay here in my little box, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to expand too much because I don't want to be disappointed. But what if you're not disappointed? That's the question. Surrender negative thinking. I think Aries got this. You have control over your thoughts. Just saying. When negative thoughts surface, I thought this was so funny. Say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Oh man, thank you for sharing thoughts, but no thanks. Your positive affirmation. Remember, I inspire. And the next one is surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. That's the freaking star. Yeah, man. Don't settle for the Queen of Swords. I mean, she's dope. But it's like, I'm seeing y'all, like, I mean, full on renewal. It's almost like every wound, every scar, every, smudge on your soul, you know what I'm saying? I see this as like the pure cleansing healing waters of spirit washing away everything you've endured in your past and being reborn, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you awakening to a state in which you've never existed before. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I say this is not, you have never been here before. I can't say in a past life, maybe you were. But you've never, in this life, existed in this space. It's like this is a whole new energy. This is a whole new playing field. And in this playing field, dreams do come true. Miracles do happen. It's all a question of if you're willing to believe it. Are you willing to believe it, Gemini? So it's time for any remnants that's left of your past life, and not past life, but like past life in the sense of like your past in this life. But it's like releasing all of that and allowing yourself to be renewed. You know what I mean? To come into alignment with like a whole new outlook on life, a whole new belief system. It's literally the sense of what it means to be reborn, taking off the old man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, get out of town. Awakening. Energetic upgrades. A new way of being. Integration. I ain't got nothing else to say, Gemini. I ain't got nothing else to say. You guys are being reborn, and what's not all, whatever. Yes, man. Things are shifting. Things are changing. Like, this is legit real. Like, if that's not confirmation, I don't know what it is. That's synchronicity. Dag that. Son of a gun, I said. So, congratulations, Gemini. Welcome to your new life. And in this life, I still love your face. Dun, dun, dun. So, that has been your end of October / full moon in Taurus / belated new moon. I forgot what the new moon was in. Reading. I hope that it was helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you guys aligned with those little intentions that I got for you for the new moon. But until the next time, my dear, I will see you sooner than later. Deuces.